Welcome to the Gridiron Insight. I'm your host, Marcus Dent, and we're going to get into a couple of things that, I've been dealing with lately in the recruiting cycle. I'm having parents actually calling, wanting to know about some of their offers. And you have a lot of people right now want to know why they can't commit when they have an offer. Well, what's going on right now, this is about the fourth week into the season, and some of you recruits that have mid-major offers, if you haven't committed or they haven't let you commit, is because a lot of coaches is trying to see, okay, what do we need to do? Are we going to go with a high school guy? Are we going to go with a portal guy? Or are we going to go with a junior college guy? So if the offers that you have right now, and let's say you have been keeping up with, y'all have been keeping in touch. Say you've been talking to the recruiters and everything, they've been talking really good to you guys, and you say, you know what, coach, I want to go ahead and commit. And that coach said, well, let me talk to the head coach or the defensive coordinator or whatever the situation may be. It's not because that you're not good enough. They offered you, but they got to look at the board. And that's why I tell parents, try to get an understanding with that position coach or that defensive coordinator. Hey, I want to know if my son wants to commit right now, is he able to commit? Can he commit? And that's something that you need to know. You need to know that is that offer committable? And I'm having some parents deal with that right now. And it's just it's unfortunate that a kid gets something saying, okay, you have an official offer, but that they're not being able to be say, okay, I want to go ahead and commit. Let's talk about if you have that offer and you don't have a official visit. Now these are 4-year guys. These are four-year scholarships I'm talking about. So it's maybe you need to move on maybe to the next level or move on to another school. If they won't let you commit at that point in time that you want to commit, which now is 4 games in the season, you need to be looking elsewhere. If that school that you really like, that you done kind of fell in love with, you can see yourself playing there, and they're saying, hold on, we want to wait a couple more games. It's not that they already know that they want you, but they're looking at their board, they're looking at who they might get, they're looking at who might fall off. It's a very sticky situation for a recruit that's not a big time recruit right now. So guys, you can't get discouraged. Parents, don't get discouraged. You have to keep moving on. You have to keep in contact with all the people that you have offers with. That's why I say, it's always good to send a text, hey coach, how you doing? And if they respond back, they still have some level of interest in you. And right now I'm seeing, and it always happens this time of the year, because you might have a school that say, okay, I got some defensive linemen. I got a bunch of them that I have offered, but just say one guy that they thought wasn't coming back, all of a sudden he's going to come back. He's going to come back, for his 5th year. Okay, that changes a little bit for your recruit. Let's just say that they're having a lot of trouble on their defensive line right now, and they say, hey, look, we got to get better next year real fast, or we won't have a job. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to get a high school kid. They're going to get a kid out the portal, or they're going to get a JUCO kid. So you have to pay attention your position at that school that you have that offer by. These are just a few tidbits, guys, I want to put out there to you. I know a lot of you getting frustrated right now, but hey, look, keep your head up. Stay in contact with your coaches. Try to set up you some visits. If you can, set up you some visits. But the main thing, guys, stay in contact, keep your head up. Parents, don't get discouraged. Parents, don't put out anything negative on Facebook, anything like that. Like I said, just because you have an offer does not mean that offer is committable. It does not mean it's committable. So for some of you guys that's wondering what's going on right now, these coaches are looking at their board. Some of them are having a better season than they thought they was going to have. Some of them are having a worse season than they thought they was going to have. But yet and still, it affects the athlete that's being recruited. And parents, that affect your child. So you have to have a board just like they have to have, just like they have a board. You have to say, okay, I got Jacksonville State. I'm just throwing out names. Tulane, Southern Miss, and you got those 3 offers. Stay in contact. Stay in contact with that position coach. Hey, and read some of the news clippings, guys. If you feel like this school, those coaches might not be there next year, although it might be the place that you want to be, you have to move on and say, hey, you know what? I'm not sure they're going to be here next year. So these other guys, I need to look a little bit harder at them. So a lot of kids get caught in the crossfire of coaches exiting, coaches moving on to another school, a bigger job, or whatever situation is. You got to look on social media and look at those type things and see what's going on at that school. Pay attention to the media that's surrounding that school. A lot of people tell you, well, don't listen to that. 9 times out of 10, if you hear it on Twitter about a coach is about to get fired or they're in trouble, 9 times out of 10, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. So pay close attention. When you go to your visits, talk to the coaches. Talk to that position coach. And coach, how many guys are y'all recruiting? How many guys y'all got on the board? Where am I on the board? When would I know where y'all take my commitment? Those are some things that you need to ask. When can I take an official visit? If they let you schedule an official visit, you're pretty much in there. They're not going to pay for you to come up and pay for your hotel, your family hotel, and all your food and all that kind of stuff if they don't want you. You ask for an official visit. And when you ask for that official visit, you know where you stand. This is Marcus Dent from the Gridiron Insight, and I'll catch you next time.